Hello from sunny Switzerland and welcome to the Bee's Knees, where we keep the buzz going 24/7. Wait, no, wait, that sounds wrong. Oh man. I'm off to a bad start, but it's me, Solanine, and I'm here with Jaburak, and we're going to comment a little bit on something cool that we want to present to you today.
It's Big Hops!
Yeah, it's Big Hops. Okay, but this whole thing just reminded me of Rick Sanchez trying to come up with a catchphrase in season 1 of Rick and Morty.
Wubba lubba dub dub, Ricky Ticky Tavi, bitch! And that's the way the news goes. Hit the sack, Jack. Uh-oh, somersault, jump. AIDS! And that's why I always say, shum shum, schlippity dop. Grass tastes bad. No jumping in the sewer. Burger time, rubber baby bunkers. Lick, lick, lick my balls. Yeah, say that all the time.
Yeah, as you're saying, straight to Bee's Knees. Bee's Knees? Is that better? Is that a better catchphrase? Business. Anyway, today we're jumping straight into something special. You know how sometimes you buy a game, and then sometimes you discover a game, and sometimes you back a game on Kickstarter and then wait years to find out if you made a terrible decision. Yeah, like thinking about those people who backed Star Citizen, for example. Well, let's hope for the best in that specific situation, but maybe you want to let us know in the comments if you actually backed Star Citizen. That would be interesting. I digress. Today we are having a closer look at such a Kickstarter video game project that we backed, and now we can have fun with this cute looking game. What were you saying?
Excuse me.
Yeah. This is
Big Hops.
Big Hops, exactly.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I cannot speak English, but I'm excited!
Yeah, baby!
But in the case of Big Hops, the years of waiting were not actually necessary because soon after the Kickstarter concluded in 2025, the game was delivered and fully playable already. And yeah, Big Hops officially released on Steam on January 12, 2026 after starting development in the year 2019. That is 6.5 years of development, although it started in 2019. The game was already in development when COVID hit, so it's not officially a COVID project. But this frog has been 6.5 years in the making.
Yeah, and to know when the earthquake came and then the water would roll down.
Yeah. We'll get into that in a second. I'm just gonna, we're gonna do a little gameplay loop, and I'm gonna talk more about that in a sec. Let's see if we can get it going. Yeah, so what is Big Hops? Big Hops is a 3D platformer from indie developer Luckshot Games. And as you play this young frog who is trying to get back home to his family, you will unfortunately meet a trickster spirit named Dis, and this spirit has other plans for you. So Hop, the frog, ends up traveling through this huge world, and the way you get around is where things get really interesting, because this isn't just, it's not just a frog that can jump, right? Hop can climb, he can
walk on the wall.
Yeah, he can wall run, he can roll, he can dive, he can swing, and most importantly, he has a tongue.
Yeah, he can do this.
Yeah, he has a very useful tongue.
Yeah.
And you can use it to grab things and swing across gaps and interact with the environment. And then the game lets you grow vegetables that actually change how you navigate in the world. You can create bounce pads, you can create tongue swinging points, you can make tight ropes, and basically build your own way through the levels, right?
Carrot.
Yeah, like a carrot. And we already played it, right? We started it with Pluma. The three of us played this, and then something happened. I'm going to explain it in a bit. We played it. The thing is, the game is a little bit too difficult, right, for you guys to handle. The controls, it's not so easy. So right now, I'm mostly in controls. As you can see in this gameplay, this is me playing Jaburak and Pluma. They watch, they give me advice, and they occasionally tell me exactly what I should do or what I'm doing wrong in their eyes. And it's always helpful when you're the person holding the controller that people help out. Now, the confession. I want to be fully transparent. I have something to admit. I made another mistake in this video. I accidentally saved over the video file that we first played the game with. I still have the audio files, but the footage is actually gone because I saved the same name for the video and the audio files. So yeah, it's completely gone, sadly. But that's okay. I tried to redo it. What you're watching right now is basically my attempt to recreate the first session, just a lot faster. You can think of it as like the world's slowest big hop speed run in a way. I wouldn't dare call myself a speedrunner in any game. I'm super impressed by what these people can do. But yeah, I'm trying to get to the point where we actually concluded the first play session. So while I do that, I'm trying to talk a little bit about the game. So let's talk about how this game came to be. It was created by Lockshot Games. The studio was founded by a man named Chris Wade in 2015. The studio is based in Austin, Texas. By the way, fun fact about me, I actually used to live in the beautiful state of Texas for about 8 years during my teenage years in the cities of McAllen and Mission, Texas, to be exact. That's way down south of Austin.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. And Texas, well, the state is huge. You can drive for like 9 hours on the highway and still be in Texas. And for Europeans, that is basically unfathomable, right? So, well, I've been to Austin as well, to the Capitol building and everything. And I'm glad to be supporting an artist from what I think is probably the weirdest city in Texas, along with many other people. And I say that with love because that's Austin's slogan, right? Keep Austin weird. So I think it's a pretty appropriate place for a studio making games about floppy animals and frogs with giant tongues. Pretty cool. But yeah, Chris Wade describes himself as a game designer, programmer, and artist. And Lockshot Games was created with the goal of making innovative, high-quality games with a lot of character and charm. So I think he totally did that in the case of this game. Yeah. The first game that they made was Sausage Sports Club. And that was a physics-based game about floppy animals playing sports. It came out on Switch and Steam in 2018. So Big Hops isn't coming out of nowhere. There's a history for the studio behind, but Big Hops seems to have been the much bigger project. 6.5 years of Big Hop development, to be exact. And this is actually one of the things that really surprised me. Big Hop started development in 2019. It finally released in 2026. That's roughly 6.5 years of development. 6.5 years for an indie game is a long time, I would say. And Chris Wade actually made a documentary about the entire development process. You can watch this on YouTube as well. I'll try to post a link about this. It covers the beginning of the project, leaving his job, finding a publisher, growing the team, the design struggles, losing that publisher, running the Kickstarter, and finally getting the game released. So this game has quite a big story behind it. And this is where the Kickstarter becomes especially interesting. Big Hops had already been in development for years. The team has found a publisher, and that publishing deal eventually fell apart and left the team needing funds to finish the game. And that's why the Kickstarter happened. So when we backed Big Hops, it wasn't just backing an idea for a game. We were helping a game that had already been years in the making try to get across that finish line, you know. I think it's a pretty cool Kickstarter story. So the Kickstarter for Big Hops ran from May 25th to June 24th, 2024. The goal was to make $40,000 and the campaign succeeded. It raised over $53,000. That's roughly 135% of the goal they wanted to meet. And depending on which Kickstarter archive you're looking at, yeah, I think the totals are a bit different. But the important part is that this game got funded, with 1,448 people who backed the project. And TheBeezKneez can proudly say we were backer number 342. So yeah, that's actually cool about Kickstarter projects, that, you know, you can just say that you're actually kind of becoming a tiny part of the story of how something like this gets made. So Jaburak and Pluma are mentioned in the credits of this game. Just a bit of foreshadowing for later. And this game just feels different to me. You know, you can really see where all those years of development went. The movement is really the heart of the game, I would say. This game is about figuring out how to move. You know, you've got climbing, you've got wall running, you've got tongue swinging, air diving, rolling, swimming, and all these different ways of combining movement. And the goal isn't always, you know, like, here's the correct path, just take it. It's, here's a bunch of tools, you figure it out how to get through the level. And that's something that I really enjoy. But I think for Jaburak and Pluma, it's still a bit early. I think this is a game that they will enjoy a couple of years later in the future when they have gotten the controls down for a gamepad. And, you know, in Big Hops you can experiment, you can fail, you can try something completely ridiculous, and sometimes it actually works. The veggies are actually also really cool, like the one that you probably saw throughout this video now, and the vegetables are actually one of the coolest part of the game. You can use different veggies to create things in the environment. Apples can create tongue swinging points, cacti can create tight ropes, you know. And all the other items can give you different ways to move around too, and you only have...
There's an insect in here.
Yeah, you only have limited backpack
Insect
space.
in here.
Yeah, to collect insects, you're right, as well. So there's a little bit of strategy involved in this game.
Ladybug.
And when you're in a stressful situation, you can actually also open your backpack or aim, shooting like a veggie, and that slows back time. It slows down time, I mean, which is a really nice touch as well. So the world of Big Hops, there are 4 main worlds to explore. There's forest, desert, ocean, and mountain, and each of it has its own characters, stories, and areas to explore. There are also plenty of little side areas.
Mushroom.
Yeah. Mushrooms, yeah, in the forest as well. So it's not just a straight line platformer. There's a lot of exploration. There's a lot of collectibles, a lot to discover. And it's not just put in there for you to say like, oh yeah, I had to collect 100 things of these just to fill content into the game.
Yes.
It's actually useful. So yeah, stuff to collect. You got bugs, right? You got blueprints, you got mixtapes, you got dark drips, you got dark bits, you got trinkets, you got outfits, hats, dyes, gadgets, and plenty of other things hiding around the world. And yeah, they're just not just collectibles. Most of these actually have a purpose, which is really cool. So this is how Big Hops works for our family. Right now, I'm mostly controlling Hop. There's a steep learning curve, but I think once you got it down, it's a lot of fun. Yes, Jab?
Can I control with the water?
Yeah, we're gonna get to the part where we left off last time, and then we can take over there. So, yeah, things that are hard at first become easier with time, and you know, once you get it down, it's a lot of fun. Other people also rank this as a very positive game. Has a very positive rating on Steam. I think like 90% positive reviews of more than 400 reviews. And there's, you know, not just players rate this positively. Giant Bomb gave it an 8 out of 10. GameSpot gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, so it's not just us noticing that this game is awesome. It's just a bunch of people all together agreeing that this is a cool thing. I think we feel that we love the game a whole lot. Like for me personally, it takes me back to my Nintendo 64 days, but with a lot more degrees of freedom in my movement. Like I would say, you know, is it perfect? Probably not, but it gets infinitesimally close to being the perfect game. It hits a lot of nostalgia points for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a perfect rating. It is absolutely perfect for me. I love this game. It's amazing. There's a new update in the game, actually more than one, the Kaulquäppli Conspiracy. There's a free update, and it's basically a whole photography adventure hidden inside Big Hops. You meet an owl named Kaulquäppli, and he sends you off looking for evidence of aliens, ghosts, mole people, and other weird things. And it's more than 2 hours of additional content in the game. So, you know, even after release, Luckshot is continuing to add things to the game. Then there's another thing that's really cool. It's called Big Hops Together. And this adds online multiplayer to the entire adventure. And when I say multiplayer, I mean like 8 players at the same time. 8 frogs running around together in the entire Big Hops adventure. So that's pretty cool. You know, you can actually play through the full adventure together. You can pick up your friends, carry them. You can throw them. We have yet to try that out together. Maybe we can do that down the line. You can use your tongue to swing from other players. Looking forward to trying that stuff. Steal stuff from each other's backpacks. You can split up. Progression is shared. You know, it just sounds like a whole lot of fun. So I want to see what happens when all 3 of us are frogs in this game. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what that is going to look like, but probably just wonderful, absolute frog chaos. This was released, Big Hops Together was officially released on Steam on August 9th, so this month. And the best part is it's an update to the game, so you don't even have to really buy it.
Daddy,
Yes?
why is your name Daddy?
Why is my name Daddy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not my real name, it's just what you call me. But that's an excellent question as well. I'm actually a bit overwhelmed with that question for some reason. My mind was like fully on Big Hops right now. I think I just feel like not as close to you if you called me by my first name. Like that creates a bit of distance between us. So Daddy is really cool, I think. So will we get another game from Luckshot Games? Well, I mean, I couldn't find the confirmed announcement for the next original Luckshot game, so I'm going to pretend I'm not going to pretend there is one. But the studio is still very active, and after Sausage Sports Club and Big Hops, I definitely
Sausage.
Yeah, that's what the other game is called. That the man made who created this game, Chris Wade. I definitely want to see what the team can come up with next, because there's clearly a real love for movement, animals, physics, and games that let players experiment. So, Mr. Wade, if you're watching, we're ready for your next creations. Okay, I think we're getting close to where we were in the original recording. This is officially Big Hops recovery run, you know, the speed run that I mentioned earlier. Very slow. I deleted the original footage, so please appreciate the sacrifice of redoing the whole thing. Yeah, we're going to be back soon. My final thoughts on the game. Big Hops, we're backers number 342. One of the first Kickstarter games that we ever backed. It is the first game on Kickstarter that we backed that we're playing through together. It was successful on Kickstarter, a real family-friendly game that we can sit down and play together as a family. And honestly, I'm really, really happy that we backed this one. I'm really happy that the game made it. I'm really happy that I get to experience it with my kids, my family. We're still figuring out the controls, we're still learning the movement, but we're having a lot of fun. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. If you're interested in more Kickstarter games, indie games, family gaming, subscribe to TheBeezKneez, like the channel, leave some comments. Thank you to everyone who was involved in the making of Big Hops. Thank you to the game developers for this awesome game. And to everyone, let us know in the comments what you like most or least about this game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Especially thanks to the people at Luckshot Games and everyone who backed the Kickstarter. We're happy that we supported the game. And we're looking forward to seeing where our next adventure takes us. With Hop, we want to continue playing this game. Hopefully finish it. So, yeah. Anything you want to say? Yeah. Until next time, stay buzzed. Wait, no, I did it again. Oh no. Keep gaming. And you found a red booger. Fantastic. I think that's wax from a Baby Bell cheese. And keep finding those games that are truly the bee's knees. No dabs, the bee's knees means like the zenith, the best, top of the line. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. And now we're going to roll the credits to a song by Mr. Alex Reck. and we're gonna play the credits at the same time so that Jaburak and Pluma can find their own names in the credits. Roll credits! See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. You wanna say bye?
Yeah, the following song is probably gonna sound very gay and probably like a love song. So everyone please note, I've said no homo, and by the rules sing no homo makes it okay. When I saw you the first time I couldn't believe my eyes, and I knew this dude is gonna take a big part in my life. Therefore it was not a really big surprise that I was thinking about you every day and almost every night. And I can't accept the fact that I will never be as close to you as I would like. That's why I need you to take my hand, stay in place. Let's make this world our home base and fall in love by candlelight. Will you be my bigger spoon tonight? You know that love can make a fool out of the wise. That's why when I'm next to you I'm that deceived that I only improvise. Tell me, are you just another brother, or is there more? Am I just confused, or is this what I'm looking for? And I can't accept the fact that I will never be as close to you as I would like. That's why I need you to take my hand, stay in place. Let's make this world our home base and fall in love by candlelight. Will you be my bigger spoon tonight? All you need is me, I'm the one for you. All you need is me, 'cause I need you too. All you need is me, I'm gonna hold you close, and I'm gonna bring you booze or a red, white rose, whatever you want, baby. 'Cause all you need is me. And I need you. Take my hand, stay in place. Let's make this world